take a look at brainstorming. This is an important step in the writing process and something that you can work on and actually build your skills in this area. So we'll look at some strategies and tips for how you can improve your brainstorming. Here we have the curriculum expectation. This is from the writing strand. It's writing 1.2. And as it says, you need to be able to generate, expand, explore, and focus ideas for potential writing tasks using a variety of strategies in print, electronic, and other resources as appropriate. So our learning goal will take that expectation and use simplified language. It becomes develop ideas before writing. And in this video, our success criteria is I can brainstorm. We're focusing specifically on brainstorming. So let's take a look at how you can brainstorm in the writing process. So the question is, where do your ideas come from? You have some writing you need to do. Let's say you need to write an essay or an email, a report, a paragraph, anything at all that you need to write. You need ideas. So where do they come from? Well, they come from many ways, but overall we call that a brainstorm, the way that we generate our ideas. And it's actually not just for writing. Often we brainstorm at work with a team. We need to think of a new idea, or you can brainstorm even with your friends. Hey, where do you want to go for dinner tonight? And you think about different ideas. But we're going to focus in on some strategies for generating ideas when you're planning your writing. One way to generate ideas is from something called a mind map. This is a visual representation of your ideas. This is pretty popular with younger writers because it is so visual, but it's really a great way for adults, for students of all ages to generate ideas. So the main point of a mind map is to draw out your ideas. Very often you'll put the central idea or the central question in the middle, and then you can start branching off into different areas. The picture on the board uses different colors and arrows, circles. That's all great. You'll find your own strategy for how you want to visualize it. Maybe it's a tree with things coming down from the branches. Maybe it's just a table and you've got different things in a table. Whatever works for you. The idea behind a mind map is that when we visualize our ideas, we can both come up with better ideas and also see our ideas and how they can all start to fit together. Another strategy is what's called free writing. So this is just writing as fast as you can, just getting your ideas out. Don't worry about anything like grammar or spelling or even good ideas at all. You're just writing. So, it's a little different than a rough draft because you don't have your ideas yet. You're just looking for ideas. You're hoping for ideas. Some people like this. It depends on the situation, but it's a great chance to get your ideas down onto the paper. And then you can ask yourself, what resources do you have to brainstorm? Perhaps you're working in a team and you can ask each other. And that's a great way to generate ideas. Perhaps you're not working in a team, but you can work with someone else. If you're a student, for example, and you're planning an assignment, maybe you can help your classmate plan their assignment and she will help you. And that's a great way to use people as a resource. Of course, you can also use the internet and you can use books and your library and everything else that you have at your disposal to start thinking about ideas. So it's not just that you have to generate these ideas all alone. Get help from other people. Use the resources around you. And finally, the key idea for brainstorming, which is there are no bad ideas in a brainstorm. That is the whole purpose of brainstorming, is to get all the ideas out. The good ones, the bad ones, the great ones, the awful ones. Never stop yourself from writing that idea down. If it's a mind map or if you're free writing or whatever you're doing, don't stop yourself. Never say, oh, I don't like that idea. You'll have a chance later to evaluate your brainstorm, whether it's when you're creating an outline or whether it's when you're generating a rough draft or whatever it may be. You'll have a chance to evaluate your ideas. This point is not the time to consider good and bad ideas. It's to get all your ideas out. You've got to get it on paper. You've got to get it down. So then you can evaluate which ones you want to use. So remember, there are no bad ideas in a brainstorm. So those are some strategies and tips for brainstorming. Again, it's a crucial step in that writing process. It's a way for you to generate ideas, to think about things that you're going to write about. This is something you can use in all the types of writing that you do. Whether it's very academic, whether it's professional, whether it's personal, it doesn't matter. Brainstorming is a great technique to think about ideas. And just remember that last point I made, which is there are never bad ideas in a brainstorm. The whole purpose is to get all of your ideas out, and then you can move on to evaluate which ones you like and which ones you don't. If you can start to use some of the strategies in this video to improve on your brainstorming, you'll be well on your way to using the writing process and to better writing.